North, so very far north. A blood-red eye in soft white plumage, a collared dove inspects the newcomer. Though I'm not alone here in the cottage, it's a shared residence. Blue tits nesting in the wall cavity. And a garden landscaped around prehistoric Highlands rock, some of which must date back to over 1,000 million years. A lure, an optimistic attempt to attract an arboreal predator, here from my little wood, amongst the vast crofting landscape. The day's end, but this far north in June, a day's end soon heralds a new start. And so to my little 10-acre wood, resplendent in deciduous trees and plenty of midges. I'm heralded by several song thrush, and a heavily pregnant rhodo senses something new, catching the air, trying to locate my scent. There are a few stands of pine, and on one I'm glad to see the migrants have returned. The soft, plaintive call of the willow warbler. And out on the perimeter of the wood, amongst a damp sedge meadow, another migrant, the sedge warbler. Its busy call, defending territory, looking for a mate. That, together with busily feeding to lay on fat after its incredible journey. But every leaning post is a comfortable one. Cushions of moss and lichen. The resident birds seem to be underway with their breeding season. A juvenile robin recently fledged, but still requiring a little help. And then a real naturalist's find. Out on the wooded ride, scat. Dark, musky and sweet, and resplendent with fragile, delicate bones, possibly vole or shrew.
And you think, like Maggie's grandmother, Violet, that your aunt was also imprisoned in Holloway?
She was imprisoned, but she wasn't force-fed.
No, I don't
finds me redesigning my lure. Jam sandwiches and peanuts should do the trick. That is, of course, if I'm right. Back in the garden, and a rarity for these parts, a pied wagtail, seemingly ever cautious and nervous. And down on the bait log, some local chicks, curious about the new food source, blackbird and chaffinch. And at the end of the day, low down in the rocks, a new visitor, a wood mouse. My second sunrise, and I'm waiting for a phone call, the whole raison d'etre of why I'm here. No phone call means more time to explore. The collared doves seem to have paired up and be bonding well. And nearby and close now, the call of a very famous migrant, the cuckoo. Looking for its host species. But the collared dove needn't worry as they search for sites to nest in. No, our cuckoo is looking for a completely different bird. And to find it, we have to head out over the blanket bog of the surrounding crofting landscape. Here on the craggy west coast, full of peninsulas, in whichever direction you head, bar east, you'll soon find the shore. Swathes of cotton grass or cotton sedge abound, once used as stuffing for pillows. Cushioning every stride, sphagnum moss, deliciously damp and creating a blanket over the acidic peat. And nearby, peat has been cut to fuel the local houses during colder climes. But eventually we find our bird. This is the bird the cuckoo so desperately seeks, the meadow pipit, bathing in the morning dew. Nearly a round robin, and I come back through the rear of the wood, only to find a brand new habitat. Sheltered and quiet, a little marsh. Again, I feel like the trespasser in a new world. Prehistoric eyes spy me. And some other residents are none too happy. A common whitethroat, keen to feed her chicks with a cabbage white caterpillar. Not far away, another caterpillar, but one which won't be eaten by any bird other than the cuckoo. Resplendent in its woolly coat, this is the drinker moth caterpillar, with fantastical leopard skin eyes. Four spot chasers rest nearby. In fact, there are 4 territories here. And above me, the sallow gives up its seeds in a summertime snowstorm. The decision to take a short flight over the marsh agitates these broad-bodied dragonflies. Defensive males come to see away the intruder, and all competition seemingly is forgotten. Momentary allies forming an aerial tag team. I leave them be, and as I do, I'm heralded by the song of a male reed bunting. Testing, 1, 2. Testing, 1, 2. Passing the perimeter of the marsh, frenetic, almost anxious-like movements of water shrew. And passing the nearby stand of pine, I'm stopped in my tracks by the sweetest, softest song, and one which I haven't heard for over 20 years. This is a migrant. It's the spotted flycatcher, and it's faced a horrendous decline of over 90% in about the same time. A bird of my youth. And surprisingly, I feel myself getting emotional. From the quietest song to the loudest, a wren heralds my arrival on the woodland ride, and the chirring, trilling song of redpoll above me remind me how far north I've come. This, the most southerly part of their breeding range. A male resplendent with his cherry red cap. Back to the garden to end the day. The wagtail as my only company. And soon I settle in for the evening, unaware that this evening out on the woodland ride, something special was about to happen. A pine marten. Chocolate brown fur with beautiful buttercream detail to ears and chest. He doesn't seem aware or interested in the jam sandwiches. Definitely not a sweet tooth. But he sticks around for the peanuts. Amazing to see such an elusive, such a rare mammal, so close to where I rest. A good omen. My final morning, and I get my phone call. Details of a secret location and a long drive ahead. I'm soon to be joined by a childhood friend, Ian, as he leads the way through an ancient Caledonian pine forest. Soon, our expectant bunch are on foot, walking through heather and blaeberry, and not letting a summer shower dampen our spirits. Ahead of us, a highlight that none will forget. And it isn't long before we reach our destination. Stood at the base of an ancient granny pine dating back to the 15th century, so mature and majestic that there's no doubt that once around its trunk would have traversed wolves, we hand over to master tree climber Fraser. His destination to the very canopy of this incredible tree. With his expertise, seemingly doing it with ease. We're joined by Roy Dennis, a legendary conservationist and a leading light in raptors, birds of prey. Above, a vague glimpse of massive flapping wings. And soon, a bag is lowered. Sharp breaths are taken as revealed an 8-week-old white-tailed eagle chick. Soon she has a hood to placate her anxieties, and she's joined by her sister. Who meets the same fate. and then to the serious business of ringing. A unique identifier, meaning these birds will provide research to help conserve them and their kind for many years to come. And finally, a lightweight solar-powered backpack, a transmitter, so that we can follow her through the first part of her and her sister's life. With space-age Teflon tape as straps. These are carefully bound together with cotton. Cotton that will degrade over a 5-year period, and this transmitter will relent to gravity. By this point, we'll know where she and her sister reside. Their new territory is adult white-tailed eagles. And from then on, we can protect her and her family in the sometimes harsh environment of the Scottish Highlands. Fraser ascends the tree for the last time. Behind him, a welcome home treat of 2 hare. All too soon, our moment is over with these incredible birds, each secured in their bag. The last of the sisters returns to the only place she's known, the nest and the care of her parents.